Hello and welcome back to my blog. I am Sabine. I'm a nutritionist and health coach, and I specialize in fatigue and stress management. Today's blog is about the immune system and what you can do now. In case you're worried about your own health or your loved ones, you don't have to wait for a vaccine. You can do a lot to support your immune system now. Here are 4 of my tips to keep your immune system in good shape. I will post a link to a blog on the same subject in the description of the video, where you can find a few more tips additionally to the ones that I'm covering today. So, tip number 1, how to support your immune system. Prioritize sleep and relaxation. The immune system needs a huge amount of energy. And research has shown that people with less than 7 hours of sleep a night are 3 times more likely to develop the common cold than those with 8 hours or more. So what can you do to have a better night's sleep? Well, some tips are: don't eat late at night, stop drinking water around 1.5 hours before bedtime to avoid being woken up by a full bladder. Install blackout blinds if you have not done that already. Your room really should be as dark as possible. Increase the magnesium in your body. You could take baths, for example, with magnesium salts before bed. That is really relaxing on its own to have a hot bath, but adding magnesium salt raises your magnesium levels in the body, and that's really, really relaxing. Magnesium is the nature's tranquilizer. Okay, what else you can do? Do some stretching exercises before bedtime. Dim the light in the evening, put some candles on instead. Go to bed earlier, and don't do that sort of cold turkey. Like if you're somebody who goes to bed at like midnight every night, don't go to bed at like 10 the next day. Do it gradually, sort of 10-15 minutes earlier every night. You can read a book rather than looking at the screen for longer periods in the evening. The blue light exposure of all the screens reduces the melatonin production, and melatonin is your sleep hormone, and you do not want to reduce that. You could wear blue light blocking glasses in the evening if you have to work late or you want to watch a movie. You can use sleep tracking devices such as the Oura Ring, which is spelled O-U-R-A, or Fitbit to monitor your sleep patterns. The list goes on, and watch out for my new program, 10 Days to Better Sleep, which is due to be released in due course, and I'm very excited about that, with over 40 tips on how to have a better night's sleep, a recipe booklet, supplement cheat sheet, and plenty more. Right, so tip number 2 for today: reduce your stress. Empty your stress bucket every day. I know it's easier said than done at the moment. I know I've experienced a lot more anxiety in the last few months, but I can't emphasize enough that when we are stressed, our body gives all its attention to the stress response, and the immune system kind of takes a back seat. So we can't really avoid being stressed, anxious, or worried to a certain extent right now. But we can do things in between to switch off the stress response, to give our bodies time to recover, even if it's just a few minutes a day. So make sure you empty your stress bucket daily. Switch off that stress response, even if it's just a few minutes. By doing something that brings you joy. May it be painting. Now, I've started painting by numbers. And that is so therapeutic. It's so calming. I absolutely love it. You can listen to music that you really enjoy. The other day we listened to Simon and Garfunkel again after a very long time, and I loved it. Playing an instrument, dust off that guitar, or get yourself a kalimba. I will add the links to the description so you know what I mean. I love the sound, it's so mellow, and I can't play it yet, but yeah, absolutely love it. You can take a bath with some magnesium salts like I've mentioned earlier, listen to an audiobook or read a book. I read a book, The Lemon Tree Cafe. Look that up. That is such a lovely story. Really nice read. Go for a walk in nature where you're surrounded by trees. Do some deep breathing. So that really helps switch off the stress response. So often we have those shallow breaths all day. So take some deep breaths and relax your shoulders. You can do that anywhere, and it's so effective. You could call a loved one, or go on a video call with them. That is really nice. I do that with my family in Greece. You can also reduce the stress in your body by reducing your intake of sugar, processed foods and alcohol. All of those drain your immune system. And believe me, I could have easily had wine every evening during the first lockdown. But knowing how much it weakens our bodies makes me more disciplined. And for example, we did a month without alcohol actually not so long ago, and that made us feel more energetic and less moody. If you're not a big fan of cooking, you could order a recipe box, for example, from Mindful Chef. I'll put a link in the description as well. All their recipes are balanced meals full of fresh, nutritious vegetables and no stodgy carbs. They do a free delivery at the moment, I think, as well. And you could choose healthier alternatives if you fancy a snack in between meals, such as you could eat dark chocolate, for example, instead of milk chocolate. But the dark chocolate really needs to have at least 70% cocoa content or higher. You could check out my recipe for energy balls on my website, or a pre and post workout snack bar. I will post a link to both of those in the description. Also, you could check out my blog on 5 golden nuggets on how to combat cravings. I'll add the link as well to that. Then, tip number 3 for today. Make sure to give your body the right nutrients to support immunity. So in general, it's a very good idea to eat as many different varieties of vegetables and fruit as possible. Different plants have a different mix of vitamins and minerals in them. So eat a rainbow every day. I've picked the following 4 nutrients for today's blog. So for example, vitamin D is very important for the immune system. It's the sunshine vitamin, because our main sort of source is through the exposure of our skin to sunshine. That's how our body makes vitamin D. Well, technically it's not really a vitamin but a hormone, but let's not get into the details of that at the moment. I recommend for everyone to have their vitamin D levels checked, and if you're deficient, supplement with it. I'll add a link to a test that you can do. You can order online and you can do it at home. It's a finger prick test. It's not expensive, and if you're deficient, it's so easily corrected by supplementing. So click the link in the description and order a test for you and the whole family and have your levels checked now. And if you're not sure which supplement to go for, get in touch with me. I'll put the link to booking a free call with me in the description as well. Then vitamin C. There are numerous studies out there that show that vitamin C intake helps support the immune system. So eat foods high in vitamin C. Broccoli, parsley, horseradish, kale, turnip greens, sweet peppers, cabbage, cauliflower, chives, oranges, lemons, papaya, spinach, strawberries, watercress. All of those have a very high vitamin C content. If you do feel below par, you can take 5 to 8 grams of vitamin C a day, around 1 gram every 2 to 3 hours, and you will see how much it helps your body recover. But be careful with high doses when you are on medication, such as blood thinners, for example, or you have a history of kidney or liver disease. So before you start taking new supplements, always make sure that you consult with a health practitioner such as myself. Vitamin A is also really important for the immune system. Eat foods such as salmon, halibut, beef and chicken liver. Eat eggs, dairy products if you can tolerate dairy. Or you can eat vitamin A is also the inactive form of vitamin A is found in green and yellow orangey fruits and vegetables such as carrots, kale, parsley, spinach, turnip greens, apricots, etc. And your body will convert the inactive form into the active form, so that happens automatically. Zinc. Zinc is, and my list today is certainly not exhaustive. A lot more nutrients are important for the immune system, but I'm just sort of narrowed it down to those 4 today. Zinc, so food sources are meat, poultry, fish and other seafood, liver, eggs, peanuts, whole grains, etc. Then tip number 4, look after your gut. Your gut is a major part of your first line of defense in your body. 70% of your immune system is located in the gut to deal with all the bacteria, etc. that we ingest. So make your gut more resilient by increasing your intake of prebiotics, the fiber, and probiotics, the good bacteria. So eat on a daily basis a lot of different vegetables, like I was telling you earlier. Eat the rainbow every day, and especially onions, garlic, leek, and all sorts of other vegetables. For the fiber and probiotic containing foods such as sauerkraut, I've got a recipe for hash browns Bavarian style. They've got sauerkraut in them, so I will put a link to that in the description as well. Or kimchi has good bacteria in, and kefir, for example. Maintaining the right balance of good bacteria in your gut is key. To reach therapeutic dose, consider supplementing with a probiotic, but please consult a health professional beforehand. Okay, so those were my 4 tips on how to support your immune system. There is obviously a lot more that you can do, but trust your body's own defense mechanism. But give it the right Lego pieces basically, so that it has everything it needs to keep you healthy and happy. If you found a couple of things in this blog that you think you can implement and you strengthen your immune system as a result of it, I'm gonna do a happy dance. The whole purpose of me doing those videos is for whomever watches it or reads it to get something out of it and become a happier and healthier version of themselves. If you have any health concerns right now you would like to discuss, book yourself a free 30-minute discovery call with me. I can find out more about you and how I can be of help. You will find the link in the description as well. Thank you very much for listening, and I will speak to you soon again. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.